some big goals this quarter when it comes to my shop, some of which I've kind of talked about in a previous video. But before we get into what some of my goals are for the quarter, let's have a little look at what I'm doing as we go through. So I am memory keeping the week of the 25th of May in my 7x9 Tilly journals, which is my shop planner, which is a vertical 1-column weekly. I'm using the Bloom kit from Plannerface, which is this gorgeous sort of spring into summer kit with beautiful, beautiful flowers by, I believe, Stick to the Plan Co. But it is the artist. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use Tilly to save 10% if you are shopping there. I do get a discount for promoting for her. That does mean you can have a little bit of saving when spending there. Other things that I have is I also have a sticker kit from Plannerface, which is in the hearts format in silver foil. I chose to use this basically because I was going to use this kit for the week of Father's Day, and then I came to pull stickers for this week and I was like, actually the kit that I'd pulled out fit better for Father's Day than this one, which is the one I pulled out, because the one that I'm going to use for Father's Day, well, actually have used for Father's Day, has a double box scene with a house, which is perfect for, what we did. So yeah, it got the little swap. So I was using the hearts because it was Father's Day, and I decided just to keep with it. I haven't planned Father's Day yet, actually. I just got confused when I was saying that. As well as that, I do have some underlays from my shop in plaid dusky rose, I think this foil is called. They are oops. I wouldn't send them out with this many sort of errors in them, which actually there's not that many errors in them, but there is quite a lot of overfoiling. So yeah. As well as that, I do have my stickers pulled out in my Plannerface reusable sticker album, along with these scripts that I have made myself. I've really been struggling with my sidebars at the moment because the way I'm planning using literally the whole column has made me have a little bit more space than I expected in my sidebar. So I've actually discovered if I've got 2 books, I'm better using 2 full boxes in the sidebar, but I really struggle when I have 3 books, which I actually did in another week that I haven't planned yet on camera, but I have planned in real life, and I've ended up putting like loads of glitter headers in, but I'm not sure I love it. But yeah, anyway, having problems with my sidebar, but I did discover or try out this week just using no glitter headers, and that worked really well for 2 books, so that's nice. Other things I have to say, I think that's everything about what I'm using, so I'll just have a little chat about the week. So our friend Jack came to visit for the weekend. He came on Saturday and stayed overnight, which was really lovely seeing him. And I finished, which was my sidebar event. I always put one event in the sidebar, good or bad. It just goes there. That is the mainstay of the week. I was listening to a book called The Doll Makers, which I gave 4 stars to. I don't know. I've been going a bit back and forth on my reading recently because I just vibes rate things when I finish them. And sometimes that's great. Like, I can still remember a lot of detail about the doll makers, but I was looking through some of the books I've read, like including House of Sky and Blood, the first one in the Crescent series. Oh, you know what I'm trying to say. And I really remember very little about it. And I've given that 4 stars as well. But I clearly enjoyed it. That's a much longer book. So why have I given both of these 4 stars when I literally can tell you barely anything about that book? I can tell you quite a lot about this one. Interesting. I have talked about my books that I read in May in my reading journal video, which I will link up in the cards above. The other book that I read this week was The 12-Week Year, which is actually a reread. I read this earlier this year as well, and it was a reread because I'm sort of using the 12-week year as my goal system for quarter 3. I'm using a mix of that and Epic Goals by Jashi Corinne, which unfortunately her course is no longer on offer. As for the actual week, Monday was a bank holiday, which meant my husband wasn't at work. We used the bank holiday to do some laundry, had a co-working call and was working on the Bestie journal and my reading journal. Played some Dreamlight Valley and then went to our neighbours for a barbecue, had playtime with our little girl and their son, who are about 5 months apart in age, lots of chatting, and then in the evening we had a call with our friend, and I'm not going to really go into more than that. But he then came at the weekend, so it's nice to have that chat with him and then plan for him to come at the weekend. On Tuesday, had a bit of a lie-in before doing some more of my reading journal. Filmed a video. I think I was doing so much reading journal at this point because I hadn't touched it in several months. So I was filming, I was doing bits and pieces to then update, do a flip through video. Anyhow, I then filmed a video and was quite dissociated, did some errands before giving my daughter some milk. To be honest, I give her milk on and off in the day, but if it's a particularly long feed, I do like to mark it in. Then had some playtime with her and did some more laundry. On Wednesday, my husband wasn't feeling very well and I was just doing some odd jobs, filmed some Plan With Me's and had a call with my bestie Sophie, recorded some voiceovers, refilled our medication. Then in the evening, it was the Planners Department book club and we finished the day with some cuddles. I love the Planners Department book club. I missed my first meeting in quite a long time the other week, and to be fair, I haven't actually finished the book, and I think I would have made more prioritised reading it more if I could have gone to the meeting, but yeah, I couldn't, which was a bit of a shame. On to Thursday, I was at work and I actually did a skin biopsy, which was pretty cool. And then I got home, gave my daughter some milk. I cooked dinner. My husband was on extended access this day, so to be fair, I was reheating. It wasn't really cooking, but it was quite a lot because my daughter was outside and my cat was outside because we let our cats outside when we're outside now because one of them absolutely loves the outdoors, the other just doesn't come out. So yeah. Then we had a family shower and I did a workout to finish the day. Yes, I did shower before my workout. Who knows why? That doesn't really make any sense. On Friday, I was at work again and I went on a home visit for a patient who was palliative and actually unfortunately died the next Monday, which was quite disappointing. Bless her and her family. They'd only recently been told she had max of 6 weeks. So they were understandably struggling with that news. In the evening, I spent quite a long time chatting to my friend about her not having got a stall at an event, and then gave my daughter some milk, fell into a Reels hole, and just scrolled on Instagram for far too long and did some reading before bed. On to Saturday, I started the day with some Dreamlight Valley before taking a nap, and then did some editing and we went to do some grocery shopping. Then our friend Jack arrived and we spent quite a long time chatting and had takeaway pizza for dinner, which was lovely. We played some Plate Up because Jack is a big gamer and we love playing games with them. Then had a very long bedtime. We thought Bayla was absolutely knackered, she'd go down really quickly, but she did not at all. It was a very long bedtime, and I did some reading while we did that, and then we did play some more Plate Up after that, but I've not marked it in. On to Sunday, we played some more Plate Up, and unfortunately I had to go to a friend's birthday party, little one's birthday party as well, which I say unfortunately because it was missing out on time with our friend who lives up in Newcastle, but also I'd said I could go to this party before we'd organised Jack coming. But yeah, anyway, was chatting there with some of my other mum friends, and then when we got home, it did lots of chatting with Jack. Then was working on my bestie journal, had some adult time with my hubby-bund, had a nap, and then I had a games night as well, and that was the week. So I've rambled about that sort of thing for half of this video, so now let's get into a couple of my goals. I'm just going to chat about them and we will see how far I get and what I talk about and things, and then go from there. So my next goal so I talked in the last couple of videos about my daily and weekly goals. So I have 4 daily goals and 4 weekly goals. And if you want to see more about those, look up in the cards for another link to those. But I'm now on to sort of my more normal goals. So the first one is kind of a project/goal, and this is to complete the Parenting Little Kids course. So this is a course by Nurtured First, who I've followed on Instagram for quite some time. I really like her attitude towards discipline and teaching children. And in fact, I've done a module of the course today, which talks a lot about how discipline isn't what most people think of when they think of discipline. Discipline is actually about teaching your child, and you are always disciplining your child because of the root of the word. Basically, means that. And she sees discipline and so she does gentle discipline, not as authoritarian, because you are still being firm and clear about your boundaries or rules because you are trying to keep them safe or for whatever reason. but without, being damaging and doing things that don't work. So she was talking a lot about sort of evidence in today's module, the module I did today, about sort of traditional parenting techniques and why they don't work. So I've really enjoyed it, the course so far, is what I'm really saying. My why for this is because I want to be the best mum I can be for Bayla Ray. I know our generation is sort of not mocked, but very known for trying to break generational trauma and things like that. And that is something I really want to lean into with our parenting. And I want to be the best mum and help her in any way I can to, be her best self and support her development in that way and help her learn to regulate her emotions and things like that. The obstacles I was mostly worried about when setting this goal was not making time for it and not seeing it as a priority. But one of the things I'm trying this quarter is setting weekly intentions. And I've actually broken down all of my goals and set them up to the 13 weeks of the quarter. In fact, I think I might have broken them into 12 weeks, and then week 13 will be just there for finishing anything off and resetting. I can't actually remember though. I am just going to have a quick look. Yeah, like I basically just have stuff that has to happen that week. So yeah, I'm pretty much focused on not achieving things in that week. Anyway, I am then like trying to use that weekly priorities and put them on each day so that things are split nicely and evenly. Although I'm trying to make things slightly heavier Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that Saturday, Sunday can be a bit lighter if possible, but it depends a little bit. For example, this week I've not got everything I wanted to do done on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. For example, I wanted to voice over this video and another video, and I'm definitely not going to get to the other one because by the time I finish this voiceover, it's basically and edited the rest of the video. So like done the thumbnail and made sure the audio is balanced and stuff like that. It's going to be time to go and pick up Bayla from nursery, and it is very hard to do a voiceover when you have a 1-and-a-bit-year-old, 15-month-old at home. Anyhow, the other obstacle I really thought about when I was doing this was finding it too heavy and too sort of intense. And I thought if I'm starting to feel that way, I can break it up rather than trying to do the whole module in one day, which is what I've done today, but break it up into multiple sessions across the week. Each module is split up into little videos, so there's definitely space for that. And then essentially my breakdown of this is to just basically take each module at a time and then make notes on it. So yeah, I've basically, my action steps are each module. I also said I wanted to print off the workbook and set up my personal development notebook, but to be honest, I didn't need to do either of those things. I'm just answering any worksheet questions I feel are going to benefit me. I answer every question in my head, but if I feel they should be written down, I'll write them in my personal development notebook. My personal development notebook is basically notes from books or courses I do that I want to make. I would see the benefit of making these notes digitally and typing them. However, you learn a lot more by actually writing things. So the personal development notebook isn't necessarily just there as a reference, but it is mostly there to help me remember and learn things. So yeah, that was that goal. I'm not going to jump onto the next goal because it's about silly journals and it's long and I have like less than 2 minutes left in this video. So I'm going to jump on to the goal after that and talk about the autumn market, which is the Planners Department event that is happening in September. So my goal for this is to participate in the autumn market and meet my sales goal, which is in week 12. My why for this is I do want my shop Tilly Journals to be successful. The sort of way I've broken this down is I need to look at my last store at the Planners Department, Great Planner Getaway, brainstorm any changes I want to make, purchase and make anything I need to do for the new changes, make stock, pack, set a goal, do the autumn market and unpack. So that's kind of my action steps, and they are all one-off action steps. My main obstacle to this is not prioritizing it. And actually, I've said, low-key, if this happens, it's okay. I had a good setup at the Great Planner Getaway, and if it's just identical to that, it's just identical to that. So it will be okay and it will be fine. but we will see what happens. Hopefully I will work on this and make the stall even better, but if I don't manage to, I don't manage to. I would really like to, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I only got through 2 goals today. We have another 6 to go over, so we'll see how we get on, but I will carry on talking about this in my next Plan With Me. On the screen in just a moment, YouTube will be recommending my previous Plan With Me's memory keeping videos in this planner, as well as a video it thinks you'll enjoy. Don't forget to comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!